I wanted to take some time to explain your upcoming licensing versus accreditation paper. In Chapter 3 of your textbook, it talks about licensing and certification. It is a mandatory requirement for child care centers to be licensed, but accreditation is a voluntary process. Licensing and accreditation standards usually have common requirements, but accreditation standards go above and beyond basic licensing standards. Through your textbook reading and understanding of content from the course module, you will begin to have an understanding of licensing and accreditation. This paper will allow you to apply that knowledge. For this paper, you will need to access the following web resources provided in your syllabus. Here are the resources here, and you'll just need to click on each link to take you to the appropriate website. Take some time to click through this one for NACCE to get a really good feel for their accreditation process. There's a lot of great information on this site. As you scroll down, you can see they have this section titled Explore Our Standards. And under that, you can click into these different standards to look and see what the requirements are under each of those categories. So make sure that you're understanding what the standards are for NACCE when it comes to these different standards in relationships, curriculum, teaching, etc., etc. When clicking into the Dcfs licensing standards, you'll see that it is a 140-page document, if you look up here. I don't expect you to read through all 140 pages, but it does have a table of contents, and you can click into these different categories to read about the different licensing requirements for Dcfs. So I want you to really pay close attention to the sections on staffing, as well as the program requirements, the structure and safety, and then the health and hygiene as well. So from those different categories, you'll be able to get a sense of what their standards are, and then you can go back to the NACCE website and compare and contrast their standards under the same types of categories as well. After accessing those two resources and reading through them, then you will be able to, let's go back to the assignment here. Then you're going to need to reflect on the bulleted questions. So when organizing your paper, please make sure you separate each of these questions into a different paragraph to discuss. And then make sure that the responses to each question are detailed and fully reflect on and answer the question. Also, I wanted to mention, if you're currently a director, assistant director, or a teacher in a program that has gone through accreditation or is currently pursuing it, please feel free to share any personal insights and opinions from that experience as well, as that's really valuable information for you to be able to reflect on in this paper. As always, if you're citing any research from your textbook or another source, please do so using whatever you feel comfortable using, whether it's APA or MLA format. If you need help citing resources, you can find help with this online. For the written work, your paper should be at least 2 pages long. They should be double-spaced and using 12-point font. I expect college-level writing, so please pay attention to your overall organization, grammar, spelling, and syntax. If you need help organizing your paper, don't forget that the Writing Center is still available to help if necessary. When saving your assignment, please be sure to include a clear file name so I can identify your assignment. I provide an example here. Should you have any questions about this assignment, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask me.